Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Make sure you're commenting, liking this video, and pressing the subscribe button so that y'all don't miss the next video. Today we're gonna be my man. Well, today I'm gonna be showing y'all what. Yes. That's not how you greet me, huh?
Let me get that wig brush.
No.
Let me get that wig brush. Play on me in here. We got places to go.
How was your day?
Good.
You finna take my brush with you?
Yeah, she ain't doing nothing.
Get on my nerves, bro. That's my man. I'm gonna stick beside him. Okay, but what I was saying was I'm about to show y'all what it's dark in here. What a typical weekend looks like for me. I'm not like the other influencer girlies. I think I live a pretty regular life. Yeah, I just be chilling. I'm really a homebody, like a real live homebody. I like to be home. My rent is too expensive for me to be anywhere else. I like to be here. A lot of y'all be asking me why I don't travel a lot. Who I'm gonna go with? That's number one. Two, I have a really big fear of planes. I'll get on one, and I've flown a few times before, but it's just like, I feel like if I don't really have to, I have to really care about the, hold on. I have to really care about the event to like fly. I'm just like really scared. And as I told y'all in my last trip, in my last vlog to Mexico, I just feel like whenever I do travel, my experience don't be all that. Like, I'd be like, okay, I could have stayed home for this. Or, you know, I could have looked at these pictures online. Like, I don't know. I don't think my desire to travel is just not as high as other people. Maybe I need to go to like more exotic places, bitch. I don't know. But when I do go, it don't be about nothing. Maybe I need to just go with my man. Or I have fun with my friends. I do have fun when I go with my friends, but I just haven't had like a wow, bitch, I want to go back. I haven't had a really lit experience with traveling. I just be like, bitch, I could have saved my money. You know? I don't know. I'm gonna try it again though. I'm gonna still be traveling and stuff like that, but I don't know. So I just washed my face and all of that good stuff. Today is Friday. My man just left to go handle some business. And we're about to make a red velvet cake from scratch. I've been really wanting some red velvet cake. I'm using my mama's recipe today. Now my camera just cut off like that. That's so rude. But yeah, we're gonna be using my mama's recipe today. I feel like she got the best red velvet recipe. So yeah, and I guess I'll talk to y'all a little bit about my childhood while we do that. So actually, I'm like really hungry. I don't know what it is, bro. I think it's the macaroon that I'm taking, but I am like always hungry. Like, I really want me a seafood boil, but the last time I had a seafood boil, it made me sick for like a month. And I'm scared. But I'm about to make me a little salad, trying to unbig my back a little bit. Just to turn around and eat a red velvet cake. That's crazy, right? Let me show you everything that we're about to use to make this cake. So we got our baking powder, baking soda, cocoa powder, salt, sugar, flour, vinegar, powdered sugar, gotta have the walnuts, some vegetable oil, some buttermilk, eggs, pure vanilla, and of course the red food coloring. Then if we go over here to our appliances, we're gonna actually grab this little cake mixture thing right here, and this is what's gonna help us make our frosting. But I'm gonna whip everything else. Actually, I'm gonna make the cake batter in here too. Anybody else just stare at their food while they cook? Or that's just me? I'm so hungry. I'm waiting on the minutes to just clock down to 0. I can't wait to eat. I'm making some little chicken bites to go on my salad. My man put me onto these little things right here. I don't feel like taking it out, but they taste like Chick-fil-A chicken bites. By I guess I'll take them out so y'all can see. Yeah, those. The brand is Just Bear. Y'all ate that. Y'all ate that one little thing. I got hungry waiting on the chicken bites. So I'm having some cookies. Not too many though. This only my second one. By Miss Pinky. Look at my roses. It's so pretty. My man give me roses every other week. I used to pray for times like this to around my face. When I was manifesting my dream man, that was in my notes. A man that gets me flowers continuously. God be listening. You just gotta tell them what you want. Alright, I'm nice and full, y'all. I done ate, so if I look like a whale, just ignore that, okay? I'll start back working out next week. Let's get started. We're gonna add all of our dry ingredients first, and then we're gonna add in our our wet ingredients. So I guess I'll give you guys some fun facts about me. Ooh, almost wasted that. Hold on. Real quick before we get started, let me tell y'all what I'm using so that y'all don't ask 1,000 times in the comments. 1.5 cups of vegetable oils, 2 eggs, vegetable oils. 1.5 cup of vegetable oil, 2 eggs, 1 cup of buttermilk, 1 tablespoon of vinegar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 2 cups of sugar, 1 tablespoon of unsweetened cocoa powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 2.5 cups of flour, and a bottle of red food coloring. There we go. Before I got back on here and started filming making this cake, I was doing like a TikTok or whatever. And I love y'all comments when y'all just be like, oh my God, Spotlight, I love you. Oh my God, can I take a picture with you? Oh my God, can you do a meet and greet so that X, Y, and Z? And I be taking it back sometimes because it's like I'm really just a regular girl, just like y'all. I just have a lot of followers. I think one of the biggest misconceptions that people have about me is that like my life been like this, my life been peaches and cream, and that I just been living my best life my whole life. And that couldn't be further from the truth. What y'all don't know, what a lot of people don't know is I actually left home at like 15, 16 years old. Not because I wanted to, not because I wanted to be in the streets or nothing like that, not because I was hot in the ass. Because I know that's what people love to think, oh, she was grown, she was da-da-da-da. No. I just had a really bad relationship with my mom, and it was super unhealthy for me. So I'm like, I gotta get the fuck up out of here. If I wanna survive, if I wanna live, baby, I gotta go. So I left my mom's house, and I've been thugging ever since. Like, I've been figuring out the world, figuring out life on my own for a very, very long time. But I thank God, though, because if it wasn't for him, bro, I don't know where I would be. I'd probably be like a crackhead or something. Bro, I really don't know. He really gave me strength. He gave me faith. He taught me how to maneuver. I had to learn a lot of things the hard way. Because I ain't gonna say I ain't have nobody to teach me nothing, but I ain't have nobody to teach me nothing. Like, I really just had to figure out life as I go. I was so young, I didn't know anything. Y'all always ask me like, oh, why did me and my mom not get along? What was the relationship, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I just felt like she hated me growing up. I did like a little mini video about that on TikTok, but I just felt like she hated me. But as I got older, I came to realize that she was just basically doing what she was taught, like, or what all she knew. So the way she handled me growing up is how she said she got handled growing up, and that's why she did what she did. So I don't fault her or nothing like that. It's just a part of my story, so I talk about it. And when I talked about it on TikTok, it was very like sad to know that it's a norm in the Black community. Like when I told I did like a little summary. And when I told it was so many girls in the comments and so many girls DM me like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, I'm going through the same thing. I went through the same thing with my mom. And it's like, excuse excuse me. So weird, bro. I feel like well, I don't have any kids yet, but when I do become a mom, my kids will not experience the things that I experienced. They will not go through the things that I went through, because I just refuse. I fucking refuse. Hold on. Let me get this baking soda out. I'm probably gonna get messy, but it was 4 of us. I wasn't the only kid. I'm the second child, and none of my other siblings went through what I went through. And I honestly think it's because I look the most like my mom. I felt like, well, she said that she had issues within herself that she had to deal with, right? Like she was going through stuff within herself. So because we look just alike, I feel like when she looked at me, she saw herself, and it kind of just like triggered those reactions, triggered those effects and stuff like that. And I just ended up getting the shitty end of the stick. But honestly, I wouldn't want like my siblings to go through that. I wouldn't like. Before, when I was younger, I'm like, bitch, beat their ass with a microwave too. Don't just hit me. But then when I got older, I'm like, I'm glad that I was the only one that had to experience that. And instead of 4, I'd rather one of us than 4 of us. Hold on. I got all my dry ingredients in. Y'all know I can't multitask. Let me mix this up and add my wet ingredients, and then I'm gonna come back. The crazy part about it is I thought that I was like over everything that happened to me as a kid until I got to college. And I had been in college for a couple of years before I was triggered by something and realized, hold on, you need to go talk to somebody. You need to go see a therapist or something. And I was so angry. Like, y'all, I was so angry. Like, the smallest thing could piss me off. Like, ex Rodrigo, it was bad. Like, I used to freaking break holes in a wall over like the dumbest shit. Like I said, the smallest thing just pissed me off. And I'm like, girl, why are you so angry? Like, it's giving bitter. It's giving like a psychopath. So I was like, what's wrong with you? I wasn't like just walking around angry all the time, but when I did get mad, it was like, and I felt like I was already angry. So any little thing that happened, I was just using that situation as a reason to like blow up and compensate for the anger that I already had within myself. I'm so glad that I was never I was never mean towards people. I was never a nasty person. I always had a good heart. Always been a sweet girl. Never like a malicious person. I was just a little angry. I was just like, I think I was hurt. You know what I'm saying? Because I had never gotten closure, or like I had never got any answers for like what happened and why I was treated this way, why I was the only one treated that way. So I kind of just had to go through life with the, oh well. I never got no apology, no nothing until recently, like a few months ago. But if I had to change anything about my life, I honestly would not change anything, because I felt like it made me a lot. I would make me a millionaire. I would give me some more money, but that's it. If I had to change like what I went through, I don't think I would change anything, because it made me so much stronger. It made me resilient. I feel like it's nothing in this life that I cannot like go through. Hold on. Oh, I'm gonna put my red food color in here while that's mixing. But yeah, I feel like it's nothing in this life that I can't get through, because I've already went through all of my most toughest, most fucked up times, like early on in life. And I had to figure that shit out like on my own. I had to go through it by myself. Like, I'm always by myself, and I think I lack like the ability to get attached to people. You know how like some people, how, like for instance, how Rodrigo just like had to go home because he wanted to be around his family, like he missed his family and stuff like that. I love my family, don't get me wrong, but I felt like I lack that ability to get attached to people because I've been by myself for so long. So people always ask me like, oh, why you always in the house? Why you don't ever go outside? Why you always do this? Why you always do that? Because I've been by myself my whole life. Like I've always been alone. I feel like even when I was in a crowd of people or even when I was around people, I felt like I was by myself and like I was alone because I felt like I was the only one in my situation that was around me. Like nobody else could really relate to what I was going through. So I always felt like I was by myself. I went through like half of my junior year and my senior year by myself. I went through like prom by myself, my senior pictures. When I graduated high school, none of my parents were there. Well, I didn't meet my dad until I was 19, but the nigga who I thought was my dad, he went, but he was late. But my mama wasn't there. My mama wasn't, and I didn't get that experience where your mom go prom dress shopping with you and help you to pick your stuff out and shit like that. Like I didn't get to experience none of that. So I feel like it's always super easy for me to just be by myself. Like I don't know. It sounds really sad, but it's not. I promise. I need to melt this. A little bit. Hold on. We're gonna use the soft butter to like butter this pan. It's actually funny, like when I think about my it's not funny, but it's funny. I'm a dark humor kind of person too. Like life has made me a dark humor person. But when I think about like the shit that I went through as a kid, it's like, wow, bitch, you was really going through it. Like I said, me and my mom wasn't talking, right? So like she used to just like, I feel like she used to just try to pick fights with me all the time. It was so weird. Like one day I had a friend who used to just always be in trouble and sneak out the house and just do crazy ass shit, and she had lied and told her family that she was with me and she wasn't with me, and I didn't know shit about her telling them that. And then her grandma like popped up at my house. Well, I was still staying with my mom at the time. This was like my senior year. Was this my senior year or my junior year? This is my senior year or junior year. I can't remember. It was my senior year or my junior year in high school. All right, once you butter your pan and put your little thin coat of flour on there, it should look like this. But yeah, so she had told her family that she was with me and I didn't know nothing about it. Then her grandma popped up at my house and was like, oh, it was just me and my sister there. And me and my sister grew up hating each other too because my mom hated me. So whenever me and my sister got into it, she felt like it was okay to like say wild ass shit and do like wild ass shit to me because she knew she was gonna get in trouble for it because my mom didn't like me either. So it was always like I felt like it was always like a war in the house. Like it was me against my mom and my sister. So it was just me and my sister home when my friend grandma came. I'm sorry, y'all, I can't multitask. If y'all getting aggravated, I keep stopping. But it was just me and my sister home when the grandma came and knocked on the door. So my sister was always ready to get me in trouble. Like if I was about to get in trouble, my sister was, let's do it. Let's do it. Like, I don't know, she got a kick out of that because we grew up hating each other. So before I can even like explain, I'm like, I don't know nothing about that. My sister rushed to the door and she's like, what happened? What happened? What's going on? And the grandma lying saying, her grandma had called me and asked me, oh, was her granddaughter there? And I was like, no, she's not here. So then she still came to my house because she done dropped her off over there and stuff before. And was like, oh, y'all, it was like, she was like a Jamaican or a Haitian lady. Oh, y'all lying, y'all playing games, So then my sister comes to the door and she's like, well, what's going on? And then the grandma said that I told her that my friend was there. And I was like, girl, I ain't never tell you that because that girl not here, blah, blah, blah. So that turned into like a whole big thing. So my sister's like, hold on, let me call my mom. So she called my mom, hurry up and get my mom on the phone. And, yeah, Kiara's over here lying for her friend, lied and told her friend's parents that she was over here, and she really not over here, and the grandma came over here, and now she want to speak to you, blah, blah. And long story short, y'all know how black mamas is about shit like that. My mama came home. She didn't even ask me what happened. She didn't ask me what was going on. She didn't ask me my side of the story. She asked for my phone. She was like, give me your fucking phone. Every time I got in trouble, she would take my phone. She took my phone, put it on the counter, pulled out a hammer, and smashed it. Smashed my phone with a fucking hammer over some shit that I did not even do. And at this point, like usually, you know, I would cry. I would try to explain myself. But it was already bad at this point. So I'm just like, whatever, bro. I'm just glad it ain't me. I'm just glad it's the phone and it's not me. You see how vibrant that color is? Oh, that's going to be scrumdiddly yum yum. And then we're going to bake it. I got the vegetable oil, buttermilk, vinegar, vanilla. Okay, I'll make sure I put everything in there. Then we're going to bake it on 300 for an hour and a half. You could bake it higher, but the lower and longer, the softer. The higher and faster, the more dry it's going to be. So we're going to put that in there. There was another incident too where my mom put me in a psychiatric institution. Now that was some shit, bitch. That I don't think I would forgive her for that shit. Cause why would you do that? Why would you do some shit like that? And a lot of girls said that their mom did that to them, and it's like, why the fuck are we? Why would you do some shit like that? I'm not gonna lie. I'm playing. I don't forgive her for everything, but it's just like that was a little OD. I wasn't even staying with my mom at this time. I was staying with my auntie Nikki, and my mama found out because initially she thought I was staying with the guy who was supposed to be my dad, but he wasn't my dad, and then that ended up not working out. So my auntie told me to come stay with her, but we was trying to keep it away from my mom because if my mom found out, she would have made it a whole big deal, which she did when she did find out. And that's a whole nother story. But when she found out, she was like, oh no, she ain't staying there. She got to bring her motherfucking ass back home. Da, 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 da. I had already not been talking to my mom or staying with her for like 2-3 months. And then she found out I was with my auntie. She's like, oh no, she got to bring her ass back home. Da, 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 da. She's not going to be staying there. But I really think she just didn't want me to have a good life. And if I was going to be staying with my auntie, I was going to be having a good life. Like, she wanted me to be miserable. Like, bitch, you're not going to be nowhere where you having fun. I don't give a fuck if we're not speaking. If I don't want nothing to do with you, you're not having a good time. So that was like her thing. Like, she's like, I don't give a fuck. So, and then how I ended up even going to stay with the guy who I thought was my dad, we're gonna call him D. I ran away from home. So I ran away from home, and I called him. Yeah, I had ran away from home, and I went to my best friend's house, and I called him, and I basically told him what was going on. He wasn't really active in my life, but he was trying to. The TikTok video like kind of explains it a little bit more. He was like, okay, I ain't really been there, so I'm gonna use this time to try to be a good parent or whatever, and told me I could come stay there, and then that ended up falling through. It didn't work out because he's a piece of shit. So yeah, but when I had first ran away, nobody called around to see nothing. My mom was basically like, okay, good, let her ass stay gone. She had actually said a comment. Oh, and I don't want to say this to make her sound like a bad person, but I'm telling y'all so y'all know how bad our relationship was. Like, she was like, cause she was at work when I ran away, and she was married at the time. My stepdad, when he came back home, like, he had noticed that I was gone, I guess, and he called my mom like, oh, she not here, she left. And she's like, I don't give a fuck, let her stay gone. I don't give a fuck with that motherfucking dad in a ditch somewhere, like, as long as she ain't in my house. So I said, okay, cool. Like, I'm thinking I'm good. Like, I don't even care if I'm alive or not. So, and then they was like, let's just call the police just in case she do end up somewhere in a ditch. It don't look like negligence on our part. Like, at least we called and did a report. So she said that's why she called and did the report or whatever. This was a long time ago, y'all. So this was back in the day. So yeah, that happened. So they called. They just did a report, but they ain't called the family like, oh, is she with you? Is she with you? Is she with you? They just left it like that. Like, we don't give a fuck where she at or whatever. And my stepdad at the time was scared of my mom. So it's like whatever she said goes. Even when she was dead ass wrong, he was like, I'm staying out of it, because she used to beat his ass too. Oh my God, stop. Okay. Anyway, I told y'all, dark humor. So, yeah, that was that. And then she ended up finding out I was with my auntie. And then she's like, oh, no, she got to bring her ass back home. Like I said, I was talking to her for like 2 or 3 months at this time. And when she found out I was with my auntie, she made me come home. She came and picked me up from my auntie house at like 2 in the morning. Like 2, 3 in the morning. And we got back to the house. I didn't even make it upstairs to my room. I didn't even make it upstairs. She started like cussing me out, calling me out my name, all type of crazy ass shit. And then she jumped on me. Fucking jumped on me, attacked me. Pulled out all my hair. Said I was gonna leave there in a body bag, and then called the police and told them that I attacked her, and she was in fear for her and her kid's life. I said, excuse me? What? I said, oh my gosh, no way, bro. My bad, y'all. I'm done with the cake now, so yeah. I said, oh my God, no way. Girl, I didn't touch you. But yeah, so the police came and they ended up taking me to, well, they had asked me, they was like, oh, do you feel like, you're not safe here? And I said, yeah. And they was like, well, do you feel like you would do anything to yourself if you have to stay here? And I thought that if I said yeah, that they would take me back to my auntie house. Bitch, they took me to a psych unit. But I really did feel like that, though. I'm like, I can't do this. Like, mentally, I cannot do this. Like, I cannot be here. I cannot stay here and keep, like, getting emotionally abused and physically abused. Like, I just cannot do it. Like, I need to leave. So I had told them that. They said, okay. They put me in a fucking mental institution. But I feel like that's still my mama's fault, because I wouldn't even have been in that mess. I wouldn't even been being questioned by the police if you would have just left me alone where I was at, right? But yeah, so they put me there, bitch. I was there for 7 days. Not because anything was wrong with me, but because after the first 3 days, the doctor was like, why is she here? Like, they do like a little evaluation. They like watch you for like the first couple of days and see like how you interact with people. And I was just crying. I just cried. Like, cause it was people who was really crazy in there, and I was scared. I'm like, let's be here. And the doctor had asked, they was basically like, what is she doing here? Like, it don't seem like anything's wrong with her. She just seemed like, like any other regular kid. And they was basically like, oh, something happened with her mom, where her mom called the police. So then the doctor called me in a room and they're asking me questions. And they're like, okay, what's going on? What happened? And I'm like, I'm being abused. That's what happened. I was falsely put here. And they was like, okay, this is not a matter for us. This is a matter for DCF. Boom, now DCF is involved. And them bitches ended up putting me back in the house with my mama. They didn't give a fuck. What the fuck was the point of doing the investigation? They didn't even ask nobody no questions for real. Well, they asked my siblings, but my siblings scared. I guess I don't know. I don't even know to this day what they said. My mama probably done coached them and told them to say some shit. And then they ain't like called none of my other family or nothing. Don't ask me no questions. They ain't do shit. They ain't investigate shit, because if they did, they wouldn't have put me back in that house. But yeah, that happened. They ended up putting me back in the house with my fucking mama. And oh, my bad, y'all. So yeah, that was that. And after I went back to the house, she was nice for a little bit, because DCF was coming in doing the they was coming in checking around, making sure everything's good or whatever. But after they stopped coming, she was back on her bullshit. She stopped hitting me, because I don't know. I think I had got to a point where it's like, bitch, I'm gonna hit your ass back. So I think she stopped hitting me. And then, but she was still emotionally abusive, like, and it was just like, I just can't do this. Like, I really can't, like, because I really was like, I need to hurry up, graduate high school. I was only 16 at the time. I'm like, I had just turned 16, actually. I'm like, I need to just get out this house so that I can graduate and go the fuck off to college. That's why I always said, like, I worked so hard. I used to pray to God, like, hurry up and take me out of Miami. Hurry up and take me out of Miami. Hurry up and take me out of Miami. Like, it's too much trauma here. I don't want to be here. I hate it here. All I have is, like, I'm not going to say all I have is hurtful memories in Miami, But all of my trauma is in Miami. Everything that I went through is in Miami. Everything that I like felt, all that hurt, all that pain, everything, like the little girl me is in Miami. And I have no desire to go back there and like live there permanently. It's nothing in Miami for me. People always say like, oh, you can go back. You just got to get over it. I hate when people say that. Oh, you just got to get over it and let it go and go. I don't want to be in Miami, bitch. I don't want to go home. I don't want to be there. I don't want to live there. I don't want to. I don't want to. I do not want to. Maybe years and years and years from now. No, I'm not. I can't even say years from now. I might have like a little house there for like family vacays. Like when I get real wealthy, like buy a house there where my family and I will go visit. And then my family and like my mom and my siblings and stuff could come stay there. And my auntie and stuff, they come stay there. Or like have that house for like when my siblings and stuff want to go there and shit like that, just chill. But yeah, as far as like living in Miami and shit like that, it's a no-go for me. But I have a lot of crazy stories with my mom. Like she was on some shit, but she's like, you know, we older now, and it's just like, yeah, she can't do that shit no more. So also, I think she just realized like I was dead ass wrong. When she apologized, she admitted that like I was wrong. Like I was going through shit and I didn't do things the best way, yada, yada, yada. And yeah, so all is forgiven. Like I don't hold no grudges or nothing. I went to therapy and I kind of like, I talked to somebody about that. I got the closure that I needed, which was, you're really not ever going to get no motherfucking closure. Well, I did actually. When she apologized, I ended up finding out like everything about what went into that and how my real father played his part in that. And he is a fucking horrible person too. Like when I ended up meeting him, well, that's in the other YouTube video. We talked about that. But yeah, it was just a lot. It's a lot for a young girl to go through, and to see that so many other young girls experienced that and went through that and have this exact same story is fucking wild. Like we need to start talking more about that. We need to start talking more about like trauma in the Black household and in the Black community and what Black moms do to their daughters. Like we need to start talking about that more and bringing more awareness to it so that they become more aware. And it could, I don't know. It needs to be talked about more though, because it's insane. It's ridiculous. And that's why I try to like just stay as humble as possible. I pray for God to keep me humble every day. That's why I'm so chill, I'm so calm, I'm so relaxed. And y'all be like, oh my God, I was scared to come take a picture with you because I thought you were mean, I thought you were this, I thought you were that. Like y'all could literally come take a picture, y'all could literally say hi. Like I'm gonna respond. I might just look mean in person, but I'm not mean. I'm like really a sweetheart. I'm really, really sweet. I just don't believe in being a mean girl and being like, you know, being nasty towards people, because I experienced that and it is not a good feeling. So I always try to be as nice, as sweet, and just as pure as my heart allows me to be. What else? What else is a fun fact about me? I used to fight in high school a lot. Bitches didn't like me. Because they just felt like I had it all and I was all that little. You don't even know, bitch. I'm going home every day and fighting for my motherfucking life. You hate me. You hate me because I look good. You hate me because I keep myself together. You hate me because I wear nice shoes. Whole time, bitch, I'm working a job, providing all of this shit for myself. When I started working at McDonald's, my mom was like, I ain't doing shit for you. You got your own money. So she stopped. The only thing she was still paying for was my phone bill because we was all on the plan. But as far as like buying me clothes, no. Getting my hair done, no. Buying the hair, no. Buying shoes and clothes and stuff for school, no. Prom, all of that shit, out of pocket. Like, I had to do all of that stuff by myself. Like, oh, that scared me. And I was working at McDonald's. Like, but you know, I made it do what it do. I've always been a hustler. I've always, like, figured it out. That's what I was, like, talking about in my last video a little bit when we was talking about Rodrigo leaving. I've always been a hustler. I've never had the option, like, go back home to mommy, go back home to daddy, go, like, if I don't want to do something no more about it, or if I can't figure it out, I don't have that option. So I always had to be on some do or die type of shit, like, and I love that about me because I'm always going to make something shake. I'm always going to make it happen. I'm always going to, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. It's life, you feel me? It's either going to make you or break you. I ain't going to lie, I thought I was going to be a crackhead. You know, I thought I was going to be on drugs. Cause the way my family, some of my family thought that too. I know the bitches thought I was gonna be strung out because of what, like all the trauma that I went through. They was just like, we don't blame you if you do, if that becomes your life. Like, we get it. We gonna push you to be better, but we get it. If that's, you know how shit turned out. But I was like, no, I don't even play like that. Bitch, don't even bring out no heroin, crack stuff around me. I'm gonna beat your ass. I don't even play like that. A little weed, okay, that's cool. But I don't play with drugs. I don't play with that booger sugar and all that stuff. I don't play like that. Don't do that stuff around me. But yeah, it's just life, man. Like, life is just like, I never had it easy. I never had it like, never had nothing given to me. Never had a silver spoon. No, nothing. Like, so, you know, it is what it is. Another fun fact about me. This is my 4th boyfriend in my whole entire life. Literally. I know y'all be like, oh, I only had this many boyfriends, that many boyfriends, da-da-da-da. But I just don't claim this many. This is literally my 4th boyfriend in my whole entire life. And I don't claim 2 of them bitches. Because I think one of them is a molly head. Oh, that's embarrassing. I wouldn't. And the other one, he's just a bum. And then one of them right now in prison, but he the most kept one out of all of them. He's still even doing his shit even in prison, so you know. But yeah, this is my 4th boyfriend in my whole life. Like, I don't even feel like I had my little pieces, I had my little hoes or whatever like that. It was nothing really serious, like, you know, college. You know, you have your little sliders and stuff like that. But I am a dating to marry kind of girl. That's another fun fact about me. I am a dating to marry kind of girl. So if I don't see no future in you, if I don't see no, like, marriage, if I don't see myself having kids with you, and I am very specific. That's why I don't have no kids yet. Y'all wonder why I don't have no kids yet? Because I have not met the right person I want to have kids with. I don't want to be a struggling single mom. Like, and stuff like, you can pick the right person and that still happens for sure. But if I can avoid it, I'm going to avoid it. Like, I want my kids to have a 2-parent household. I do not want my kids to experience what I experienced. So I feel like I also had to get rid of all of that trauma that I had with my relationship with my mom before I have kids. I had to, like, heal myself emotionally, physically, mentally. Emotionally and mentally, I had to heal myself before I thought about bringing kids into this world, because I didn't want to be unaware, and now I'm doing the same thing to my kids that my mom had did to me. And that's one of my biggest fears, like, just like yelling at my kids too much, or saying shit that makes them feel like unwanted and stuff like that. Because my mom used to be like, well, I wish I never had that little motherfucker, because I left a fork in the sink. Like, damn, it's not that serious. Like, you want to get rid of my whole existence over a fork? But, you know, just stuff like that. And again, like, she was like going through her own thing. So, you know, I don't fault her for any of that. Like, all of that is water under the bridge. But I talk about it because it is my story. And I don't ever want people to look at me and have a whole different perception of me than what it is, because it's not that. Like, bitch, it's not that. Like, I literally had to go through some shit to get to where I am. That's why I be feeling so blessed. Like, even when things are not going my way and it's like, I feel like it's not working out, or I get overwhelmed, I always remember that I am blessed. Like, I am not supposed to be here. Like, I done tried to unalive myself as a kid. I done, like, ran away. I done had, like, evil thoughts and stuff, like, just doing things to myself, because life was just so freaking draining. Like, it was so, and it's not even that it was hard, because I've always been smart, and I've always been able to, like, get a job. I've always been able to, like, take care of myself. But the emotional, I feel like emotional abuse is worse than physical abuse, because it's like, you can get a whooping and after the sting goes away, it's done. Like, okay, bitch, I'm back laughing and playing. But emotional abuse sticks with you. Like, you remember that shit forever. Even after the apologies and the closure and all that, you remember that stuff forever. So when I was in, then especially going through that as a kid and not being mentally strong enough to, like, know that, okay, this is just a motherfucker talking, like, bitch, you got issues. So I wasn't able to, like, differentiate that from the truth. So I believed those things about myself, and it was just like, it was just so freaking hard, like emotionally. So that's why. But now, knowing what I know now, it's like, okay, bitch, you was tripping. Like, it was not that it was not that serious. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just grateful, man. I'm grateful. Even with, like, for all of that stuff that happened, the good times, the bad times, everything made me who I am today. It made me the bad bitch that I am today, the smart, and I don't have to work a job. That's the most, like, God. That's my biggest blessing thus far. Like, I feel like everything that I went through was a preparation for, like, this lifetime. Like, the things that I'm doing now in life. I feel like God was like, just relax. Just relax. I got you. I'm going to take care of this. I remember when I was working at Longhorn. I'll never forget. It was in, like, October. I think it was October of 2021. And these ladies that came and they sat with me, and I was joking with them for a little bit. We was talking or whatever. And then at one point, the lady just, like, looked at me with a serious face. And she was talking to me or whatever. She was asking me, do I believe in God? And she just ended up telling me, like, God is getting ready to do some things in your life. God is getting ready to shift some things. And it's about to be big. It's about to be a big, 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 big thing. And I'm like, bro, what are you finna do? And I just had to wait it out. I didn't know what she was talking about then. And then I started to just, like, pray a lot more. I was already, like, very prayerful. But, you know, I started to, like, be more intentional. I started to, like, talk to God more and just tell him exactly what it is that I want every single day. And I just started seeing things unfold. Even now, to this day, like, everything that I ask God for, he gives it to me. It's so, even, like, bro, I could be thinking something. I won't even say it aloud. I'll just be, like, in my mind, like, I want to do this. And God will give me the stuff to do it. Like, the other day, I was just like, I want to start a business. I don't know what it is that I want to do yet, but I want to start a business. A company emailed me and was like, hey, we want to send you a heat presser machine. Y'all can't tell me that don't be God, bro. And the machine is here. It already came. It's right here on the floor. You can make t-shirts, hats, cups, mugs, tumblers. I think even little plates, like kitchen plates. You could print stuff on those with this machine. Like, it's a 5-in-1 heat press machine. You can't tell me that that's not God, bro. Like, I feel like he has so much favor over my life. Like, it's crazy. And I feel like everything that I went through as a kid, like, everything that I tried to, like, I feel like had I unalived myself like I wanted to, it would have, what am I trying to say? I feel like he stopped me from doing that, or he ain't even stopped me because I still try to do it, but it just didn't work. I feel like it didn't work because he was like, just chill. I got something for you. Like, I'm weak. Relax. You mutton it. Relax. And I feel like it was because of this. It was because of this. Like, he had so much more in store for me, but I didn't see it at the time because it was, all I seen was darkness in my life at that time. That's all I seen. But yeah, he really prepared me for this. It's nothing that I feel like I cannot do. I can't get over. It's nothing that I cannot accomplish. It's nothing that I cannot achieve. Like, I am so grateful and I am so blessed. Like, I am literally God's child for real. Like, you can't make this shit up. And the stuff that I've told y'all, like even the little TikTok story, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Like, y'all don't even know half. Y'all don't know half the stuff I experienced as a child. Like, the stuff that I went through, the stuff that I had to endure. Like, it's just, I could write a book and I feel like it would be a New York Times bestseller or some shit. Like, I need to get in touch with Tyler Perry for real so he can make a movie about it. And I feel like that shit'll, like, it'll blow. That's how crazy. Anybody in my family will tell y'all, like, yeah, she done been through some shit. Like, it's literally been a roller coaster. It's just like, wow. Like, wow. Wow. And I'm not gonna lie, I love every bit of it. Because it's always, my life is far from boring. Like, it's always something going on. Whether it's something bad or good, it's always something around this motherfucker going on, for real. But every day it makes me into a better woman, a better person. It makes me more humble. It makes me more grateful, makes me more positive, and I always come out more blessed and on top. Clock that T. I don't want this video to get super long. If y'all want more story times, let me know. I'll go more into detail. But right now, we're just gonna wait. I be talking so fast. Why do I be talking so fast? We're gonna wait for this cake to come out of the oven, and then I'm gonna come back and show y'all what it looks like when it's done. It's time to take it out the oven. It smells so good. Ah! Wait till I flip it over. I'll flip this over like this.
Oh, I know what you want. I want these are the cutest little guy I ever saw.
There we go.
What's your deal, man?
Wee! That came out of there perfectly. So I cannot ice it yet. It has to be cool first. So I'm gonna make my icing, which is just powdered sugar, butter, and cream cheese in my little mixing bowl. And I'm gonna mix it up. Oh, and vanilla. Powdered sugar, butter, cream cheese, and vanilla in a bowl. We're gonna mix it up until we get a nice consistency, and that's gonna be our icing. BRB. It's currently 11:36, and I'm just now beginning to ice the cake. Let me show y'all how I ice it. Hold on. Just gonna put it on in a circular motion like this. Let me just put like a lot on here now. Okay. Okay. And I'm just gonna do that all around the cake until it's done. BRB. Oh my gosh, y'all. Today is freaking Sunday. The day I'm dropping this video, actually. I'm always doing stuff at the last minute. I don't know why I keep doing that, but hopefully it's done on time. It's already 3:30, and the video is supposed to go up at 7, and I have a whole lot of editing to do. I haven't even started yet. I just put the videos on my iPad so that I can edit it.
You didn't get the last job.
My bad, I'm watching Pastor Keon. But I forgot to come back and show y'all what the cake looked like. I'm eating some right now, and then it dawned on me. I'm like, hold on, did I finish this video? Look at my lace just lifted. I'm a mess right now. I'm a mess. But y'all, look, the cake is so moist. Wait. It's so moist. Do you see that? Cut like butter, baby. It's so good. It's so good. We don't already started cutting it. I just did my Sunday clean and reset or whatever. It smells so good. It's so nice and clean. Let me show you what the cake look like. I put the walnuts on there. Y'all. I don't know if y'all can see, but it's like so, I don't want to like push into it too hard, but it's like, it's so moist and it's so good. Everything from scratch except for the walnuts, honey. I got them from Publix. I'm gonna show y'all what brand I use. I mean, it's just Publix brand, walnuts. Nothing special. I just got these and I put them inside of a little Ziploc bag and I smashed them up real good so that they give me that nice little, you know, yeah. Fire. Fire, fire, fire. That's going to be the end of this vlog, obviously. I just need to come back and close out the video. Make sure y'all comment, like, and subscribe. Next week will be a questionnaire video. So, like, an updated getting to know me, like, stuff y'all want to ask me. Y'all can ask me any questions, and I'm going to answer them for y'all. So, y'all can either send them to my Instagram DM or comment it under this video. Comment the questions that y'all want me to answer in next week's video. And I'm going to film that Thursday. I'm going to film that video Thursday. So make sure you have all your questions in by Thursday. And yeah, love y'all. Talk to y'all later. Ciao.